Many years ago, my father would dispense the advice I'm going to give you here today. He would breach the topic maybe about once a year with the congregation. And I can tell you that if you apply it to your life, it's absolutely useful. The problem is with good advice is that we hear it, we think it's a good idea, we apply it for a time, and then somehow or another it falls by the wayside because we haven't made it a habit. Well, I would hope that today, that after hearing this, that you'll really work on making this a habit. This is the first 5 minutes rule. And what this is really stating, and I don't think this was original with him, he probably heard it from somebody, read it somewhere or something. But what this is really stating is that the first 5 minutes of anything is the most critical time in any endeavor. You know, the first 5 minutes of getting up in the morning, the first 5 minutes of driving to work, the first 5 minutes at being at work, the first 5 minutes of being with your customers, the first 5 minutes with your spouse, the first 5 minutes with your kids, the first 5 minutes after you get home. You know, it goes on and on and on. You get the idea, right? The first 5 minutes. You should think about this in a very positive way. Like how it needs to be very deliberate. You need to think ahead. Like you can't just be arbitrary about it. You have to think to yourself, how can I change the first 5 minutes of getting up in the morning? Start there. You know, when you get up, do you keep hitting the snooze button? Do you think about how you're going to plan out your day? Do you think about how you need to get your feet on the ground and running? Do you think about what kind of mood you're going to have? Regardless of how you feel, how are you determining that you're going to be in a cheerful mood despite how you might feel with a lack of sleep? Um, the first 5 minutes of driving to work, you must deliberately plan to not lose your temper, to not curse, to not get angry at people, to be focused and attentive, putting your eyes where they need to be. Right? That's probably the most important thing. Driving safely. The first 5 minutes after getting to work, plan how you're going to do that. That you're going to not get distracted. That you're going to sit down and you're going to uh, lay out your day the way it needs to go. First 5 minutes with customers. That you're going to be kind no matter what they say, no matter what they do, and that you're not going to say everything that you're thinking, at least for the first 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes of being with your spouse is going to be loving, it's going to be kind. Are you going to talk to them about them, how their day was? Are you going to be affectionate? First 5 minutes with your children. Is it going to be issuing demands? Is it going to be asking hard questions? This is the problem I have. I get home and the first thing I want to do is, why didn't you do this? I thought I told you to do that. Um, and yeah, it doesn't bode well. But if I deliberately plan to attack it differently in a more positive way, it makes a huge difference. The first 5 minutes of being home from work. You see, there's a first 5 minutes for everything, right? Some things don't even last that long. But if you can get that out of the way, things will make a much bigger difference. I read something recently that Sasha Stallone, she was describing Sylvester Stallone's early Hollywood days, and here's what she said. She said he'd jolt up in bed every morning, sit quietly for a moment, and you could feel the wheels spinning in his mind as he planned his day. Then he'd hit the floor almost on the run. We know how he spent the first 5 minutes. Guys, I think the main emphasis here is be deliberate, be positive, and be constructive. That's how you want to approach anything. And the first 5 minutes will set the pace for the rest of it. Now, you may not maintain it, but at least you've got the jump on it, right? I hope that's helped. I hope it's constructive. In fact, I know it is. But I hope you apply it and make it a habit. If you've liked this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Consider donating to this channel. And share this with somebody who needs to hear it. And make sure you see the description below for anything else. So, guys, I appreciate your time. Thank you for listening to me. And watch all my other videos. I'll catch you in the next one. Be safe. Be wise. Bye-bye.